Western Wall. So stop here. Wailing, because when the Jews could not come, when the temple was destroyed, they couldn't keep crying, wailing. Western, because if we look at the temple, don't believe I did it.
Well, we saw the gray tower here, the gray dome right here.
Anyway, I'll tell you.
Does anyone have chalk she can draw?
Huh? Picked it up from the wrong bag. Never mind, I'll show it tomorrow. Anyway, remember the picture I showed you yesterday when we were in Mount of Olives? This was, it's west of the temple. That's why it's called the Western Wall, right? So we've covered the two names. I'm asking you again, what is this wall?
The Wailing Wall, Western Wall.
Don't repeat it, I've already
Wailing
explained.
Wall.
No, we said you cannot use the name, the two names again.
What did you say?
I said, what is this? What is this wall? You said Western Wall, Wailing Wall. What is this wall?
Western Wailing Wall.
Where the people came to cry because of the loss of the temple.
Okay, that's what I've already explained. I don't need the names again. What is this? I guess you'll find it difficult to answer.
The
because
cry
I
of the
can't.
people.
All right. Remember this question. I'll have to do it tomorrow on the bus. What I want you to do is remember this picture, okay? Now this wall is 2,000 years old. At least 2/3 down, because you see not the extension, but the mending there on a small stone.
Right.
This was done much later. And this, the temple was one of the oldest sanctuary in the world. And it was about 10-story high, right? It could have been seen from far away when people approached the city. The smallest stone here weighs 2 tons.
Oh my God.
Wow.
You know what the biggest stone that we found, what is now called the Wailing Wall tunnels, which is basically going down, which was once an open street. Remember that Jesus turned upside down the tables? That is one of the road that goes there. Before it was, now it's covered because when the Crusader came, when the Muslims came, the road was covered because there were this plaza up until in the 13th century was full of houses when the Muslim built. All right, and they also built a bridge going so they can have an easy access to the Dome of the Rock. It's in '67 when we arrived. We started taking a lot of dirt, and everything you see behind this bridge that leads the non-Muslims to go to Temple Mount. We do a lot of excavation. Part of it. Just remember that. So what do you think the weight of the biggest stone that was used by King Therese? What weight? 14.
500 tons.
750.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
How could anything move that?
Exactly, and that is the $1 million question. We still can't give an answer, but we do know, and again I'm going to what I said the last couple of days, the north part of Jerusalem is elevated, and there's quarry. So we know they've lowered it, they've rolled it. How? Either by using strong animals and getting logs
And have them
Roll.
rolling down, yes.
or with, they had different, we can only assume. We don't know for sure, but it makes sense. You answered it yourself, all the theories. Now, there is no cement. The weight of the stone and the way King Herod built it. Now, when you go close, what I want you to look is that usually when you stand near a very tall wall and you look up, you get the feeling like the wall is falling in you, right? You want to stand there, and it's not that high, but it doesn't happen because if you look carefully, you see that every layer is about 2 fingers inward. So it's like the wall is leaning in, and the weight is what gives the wall the stability. Not only that, and the corners, you know that game that the children play by putting, we call it Lego?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Something like this. So on the corner you can actually see how one long stone and then small angle. The other one is the angle is basically it's sort of, and that's how he gets the stability to put such a big wall. This wall is 2,000. Now I cannot say any more because I want you to look at the picture tomorrow somehow and we'll work it out, because only if you will answer me then you will remember. If I'll give you a lecture now, you won't forget, you won't remember. We put notes. Some of you brought petition. Okay. First of all, the temple doesn't exist. So what do we have instead of the temple now? And where is the worship place for the Jews? Synagogue. But remember that I came in Masada today, this morning. I told you that the synagogue in Masada existed when the temple existed. Okay. And we're going to go to a synagogue in Capernaum where Jesus went in. We're going to read Mark the first chapter. All right? And on a Saturday, and we're going to be there on a Saturday, straight away into the synagogue, and he started teaching.
Oh, yes.
We're going to be there on Saturday. So what is the synagogue? It's a big thing about it. When the temple was destroyed, synagogues became the focal point of the ritual, and it's known as a diminished temple. Before that, it was a gathering place, Beit Knesset, house of gathering, to preach and to teach, not so much to do the rituals. And what ritual we don't do in a synagogue? Sacrifices. Only when there's a temple, only when there's a high priest you can do it. Otherwise, people can go all over the place and they say sorry or ask them for that. They'll put up an order. All right? People put petitions. What do you think we do with them? This is a #1 place, toured place in Israel. Everybody comes, and because in the first Kings, chapter 18, it says that everyone can be in the house of the Lord. I have to read to you from Isaiah tomorrow. My house is a house of prayer for all.
Wow.
So everybody can come, every time petition. What are we doing with all these notes looking in the wall? People from the Jewish Authority come twice a year in the high holidays, Passover and head of the year. They collect the notes, put them in a coffin. And the coffin is full. It's being buried in the Mount of Olives. Remember, when the Messiah is here, there will be resurrection and not the rubbish, nothing, and nobody, even if it's on the floor, and you're standing, you'll move it a little bit, but you won't take it and put it in the rubbish.
Very good, very good.
Okay? Now, I'll let you go. How long do you need?